adulterate things that are good
Right.
for for profit or for recognition, shit that doesn't matter.
Right.
Like if we all were united in the same, I'm just on one.
Yeah, that's just it. Do
if
it.
we were all united to address the root causes of what issues we're actually dealing with, not makeup to look better or or buy more shit to make you buy like a Lamborghini. No, that doesn't do anything for anybody. And we're being led by billionaire fuckers whose entire personality is just making money.
Yep.
That isn't good. That's
it.
not something that we should sanction or be happy about.
Yep.
Fuck all this.
There you go.
This sucks. And you got John Bernthal preaching on a podcast, the most fake son of a bitch, whose job is to play pretend.
Yes.
Talking about how you don't like how people take naps. Your job is to play pretend. You pretend to be people that you're not. And you are going to criticize other people for doing a human thing?
Sounds like you hit a nerve. I love my naps.
I'm tired.
I didn't have a nap today. You see what you did, John Bernthal?
I'm trying to impress you. I'm trying to live my life to impress you.
I'm trying to be a real one here.
That's the most ironic shit because he's the fakest one of all real ones. Fuck you. It's just all more of a play pretend zone to play pretend like you're a real like you are a real one. You desperately want to be a real something. And did you notice, like, I don't know if in those 3 little clips there's one of them he's talking to Sarah Silverman, the middle one, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's like and he does this stuttery thing. It's an affectation that he picked up for characters. It's not him. That's not fucking him because he puts on a different face for different people. It's so disingenuous.
Like Steven Seagal.
I think it's just the problem is I can see right through it until it bothers me.
That's it.
I think he's a good play pretend man.
Yeah.
He does good job at The Punisher.
That's
but
it.
John Bernthal bad.
Yeah. just to let everybody know. That's right. We're gonna wrap it all up to let everybody know. John Bernthal bad.
Are we live with my rant?
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at least part of it. Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's good.
God, I am so irritated. I just am in a mood. I guess I'm just in a negative mood. Just throw stuff at me that I'll criticize.
I actually have show notes today too. So I got back on the habit of putting it right in my phone. So we have material.
I'm gonna sound like a frothing fucking maniac. I'm going to sound. The thing is about. I'm like afraid to get too overly negative on the show because if you really just hear what goes on in my brain, I mean, it's gonna sound like I'm a real asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a dickhead. It's like this guy's just unpleasant about everything. I don't know what the problem is.
You know, sometimes as you what? Oh yeah. As you express the stress, you release the mess. And then comes the stroke.
Man, I'm hoping for a good one.
Yeah,
good stroke.
That's right. It's a good stroke of luck.
Stroke.
Tell us, Billy Squire. Let's start this fucking show. We're gonna see how this goes, everybody. We got the new computers running over here. It won't have anything to do.
Cat's all drugged up.
Oh
She's
my
got a
God.
spay today.
There you go.
So we got a new computer rolling.
Yeah.
Hopefully no technical problems.
Yeah, you guys won't. It'll be fine for you guys because that has nothing to do with you. But hopefully all that works out well.
It ain't got nothing to do with you.
We're gonna see what happens. But first let's see. Once this starts, here we go.
Gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then, wait!
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
A fucking amateur. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay, then. Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.
If you tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
Here we are.
Hi.
Get it in quick.
Hello.
Let them know who you are
Hello.
right away.
Matt. 2 Matts.
This is the key to mediocrity.
Yeah.
It's to let them know who you are right away, because most of the time that's when they click off.
Let them judge.
That's right.
Let them
Quick,
get the
let it
judgment.
quick.
Move in.
We not only is this going to be really long,
Yeah.
we have the same name.
That's right.
There's no novelty here whatsoever. It's as homogenized as you could get.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
You can't even hardly tell us apart. We basically tell the same fucking jokes.
AI can't do it, and that
They
and
can't.
if AI can't do it, then you know that we have stumbled upon what we've been in search of all these years. This is the last episode before Pride Month.
It
so,
is, yeah.
So get your gay robot son a gift, or perhaps the shirt that's available in our Redbubble shop.
We have. Do we have various Pride related merch or
just that one? But there's a
just
lot
that?
of different things that you can get that design on. You can get it on
That's
the
true.
bag. You can get it on
That's
the phone case.
We need more. That's been,
Stickers.
we've had that for a while. We need
Yeah.
some more Pride.
Yeah, I think so
merch.
too. It's
If
time
we can
to
come
update.
up with any more Pride stuff as far as like conversations and things that go on within our maybe
what if we update it to "I love my gay robot son's straight family"? It's like his kids, little kid robots, but they have wives.
He's like the stick figure families on the back of
Yes.
cars, just like
Yes,
a robot,
but
like a straight robot family.
You're continuing the narrative, though.
He's his sexual.
Like you gave him enough love that he was healthy, he adapted to life, and now he's in a healthy relationship with his gay robot husband.
Yeah.
And they have 2 kids, right? Because they're robots.
Right.
Who cares?
It's a matter. It's a matter of programming, really.
It's more of a technical issue than it is mechanical. So those parts are still, because of the
You can't
pandemic,
go against your programming.
Radio Shack shut down. So
Right.
it's available anymore. But
Sometimes the hardware and the software just aren't what you expect them to be.
and sometimes that happens, and when it does, you just say, well, you know what? Life is for living.
I accept you.
Living is for learning.
Right.
And I
Be
love
proud.
you. That's
Be
right.
proud.
I'm proud of
I'm
exactly.
proud of it. I'm proud of what you
Don't go changing. Billy Joel, come on out.
Billy Joel, come show us your dick. Come on out, Billy. It's the only thing you haven't done.
That's all that's
It's the
left.
only thing you haven't shown us yet.
It's the only curtain call that has not been.
Billy Joel's OnlyFans.
That's
At what point are
Oh,
we gonna
God.
get our aging centenarians?
okay.
Right? Is that the word for it?
Centenarians.
Centenarians.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Uh-huh.
At what point are we going to see them transition into a money making like the OnlyFans?
Oh, it's already happening.
Format.
There's
Is that
pe-
happening?
As people, I mean, because you got to think there's 90s stars
Yeah.
that were still relatively young, at
Right.
the internet boom and all
Mhm.
that stuff. And so they're starting to get into that older category,
Mm,
and some of them are drifting in that direction.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, usually they don't have the most stellar reputations to begin with, but
yeah.
they're
So there's definitely a threshold.
they're comfortable with themselves.
Mhm.
And so whoever wants to pay them to see that is, they're fine with it.
Hmm.
Whatever. That's how they
Yeah.
view it, Now, I don't know if, I don't know if John Stamos is doing it in between Beach Boys gigs, but there's
He
definitely
is apparently he's like a founding member of the Beach Boys.
a
Isn't he?
founding member.
Not I think
They got together way before he was born, I think.
John Stamos.
Yeah, he's not that old, is he?
He's like an official member of the band.
Well, I know he is. Yeah, he's been
Like-
touring with them for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think he's got writing credits or something.
Yeah,
I know I'm saying he's like a founding member, but
Mhm.
no, he is some kind of legitimate member of
He
the
is,
band.
he is.
That was something I found out recently
Yep,
that I was
absolutely.
like surprised to hear.
Uncle Jesse and the Rippers, he's doing it for real.
If he ever ideates suicide, I think that would be something that we all would be a little upset about.
Yeah, it would definitely be
and surprised about.
Right. Yeah.
On Brian Wilson's account, however,
Yeah.
we're not too surprised.
Right.
He seems a little
Cer-
unhinged.
certain things you have to, have a little foresight with, and
Right.
sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. I'll tell you what got Saul though. Steve Buscemi, the guy punched him in the face. We forgot to talk about this on the show.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
got the guy. They
They
found
caught
him.
him?
They've caught him. They put him in
They found a
prison,
Buscemi.
and I'm sure he's going to be
shaped
dead in the
prince.
showers.
Oh,
in a
my
matter
God.
in a matter of days.
He's gonna get shanked with
As
a
soon-
crudely crafted toothbrush
Steve
knife.
Buscemi is a New York hero.
Yeah.
And to be attacked like that in New York,
Pretty shitty. I mean, it just goes to show you that like there are people out here who don't give a fuck
yes,
who they're even like. They don't take the time to even acknowledge the personhood of someone they're
right?
victimizing.
No, that it was completely, and that was the thing. It was completely, like in passing. That was random.
Yeah.
It just so happened to be Steve Buscemi.
That's what happens if you stick around New York too long.
That's it. You got to keep.
You're
You got to
not,
keep.
you're not always safe. And
Pay
does that-
your meter.
does
Plug
that-
the meter. That's what the parking attendants do.
Does that event in itself say that Steve Buscemi does not travel with security? Excuse me.
No, he doesn't. He's just out there. He's a treasure.
He's
He's
just just rolling around like free agent, like
Most people
like the
are
rest
scared
of
of
us.
him. Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
They see
Usually
him-
people like they like throw their jackets down on puddles so you can walk over them.
well, it all depends upon whether they're blind or not. So some people,
Who's that? Is that Steve Buscemi? Is that New York hero Steve Buscemi? Is that firefighting 9/11
First
responder
responders.
Steve Buscemi's footsteps I hear walking towards me?
Is that Big Lebowski star Steve Buscemi pissing on my foot right now? Reeks of BO and rotten fruit.
Is that Academy Award nominee Steve Buscemi that I feel raining blows down on my head and reaching in to steal my wallet?
I love how the adjustment went from just a single hit to raining blows. There was an adjustment in the narrative.
Oh, hold on now. There's more. Start. I
As
thought
Fred
one.
Savage was being beat to death, the narrator over top was
You can get Ron Howard just
Yeah.
random voicing.
right.
It was not actually Steve Buscemi.
It was not Steve Buscemi. He wasn't even in New York.
Steve Buscemi was overseas filming a commercial.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
it's it.
So they caught him, and
they caught
he
him,
is
and he got arrested.
serving
so-
for assault, I guess.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
robbery,
Yeah,
or
they're
whatever the
gonna-
hell he did. I don't
No,
know.
he didn't rob him. He just hit him.
random violence.
Yep.
Just punched him.
Yep, because it happened to
Fucking
two other
dumb.
people apparently in that
Oh.
same area.
The
So
Somebody just out there
just go
cheap
for it.
shotting
Just
other
going for it.
people, sucker punching. 'em.
Apparently, that's what they're doing. Did you hear about Cuba Gooding Jr.'s Cuba Gropey Jr.?
You know what? I saw Cuba. I think is in some boiling hot water
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
he's in.
Because
bad
I've
shape.
been seeing. I thought wasn't his name all over the Epstein flight logs?
I don't know. That's possible. I don't know about that. in
Something
particular, but
recently he's been. All I can think of is him
he got in
in
trouble
that-
with the Diddy
in that
thing.
movie Radio.
yeah.
Where he's like, and then I'm like, you're a fucking predator.
Yeah.
You're gonna act like you're gonna portray some sweet innocent person, and
Oh,
meanwhile
yeah.
you're trash on the
That's-
inside.
There you go.
Okay, so he's got caught up in this Diddy thing. What's the deal with
No,
that?
apparently, he was groping some dude,
What?
at a party or at his house or something like that.
Okay.
So it's we'll
Cuba
see.
batting.
Yeah, Cuba batting.
Cuba batting senior.
Yeah, that's right. That wasn't me. That was Cuba batting senior.
Easy mistake to make.
I
I
understand.
understand.
We look very similar, but check the license, the name on the.
Was he doing
driver's
Gooding
license.
Jr.
That's
stuff
right.
or
That's right.
batting senior type
right.
things?
Because let me tell you, the old needs to go away. All right. But we need to understand we have to let it go because it's old. It's old.
all that old news.
All the
that's not-
senior stuff.
That's not me.
No,
That's something else.
I'm new. I'm the junior.
That's not happening. That happened then.
Yeah, that was
Right now, you're
that-
talking to me.
That was the bad
That
part.
was the bad
This is
one.
the good, and I'm the
And we're
good.
gonna forget about
That's
it
right. It's
all
all-
because it's not important
It's all-
now.
and
Anything that already happen's already done.
everybody,
Take a video of you saying that you're going to kill the president.
gotta get it in.
It's kind of a good thing, I guess, in that respect.
Mm.
That Cuba Gooding Jr.'s career has stalled out the way it has.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
really around anymore.
No, and I think this all might have something to do with it. The heat. It's all bad. Did you see the other? There's a fucking guy going to go to the Titanic again in one of those little tubes.
Oh no!
Why
Why haven't we learned our lessons? Why?
I saw some guy posted
Oh
the
my God.
headline of it or whatever, and the comment he put there was, "There's an opportunity for them to do something really funny, like if they go down there and die too. Like this will be really hilarious.
This will be really
This
good.
will be really good if they could do that." So, yeah, Ohio billionaire Larry Connor. He's going to take
Okay.
a $20 million sub down
At least it costs more, I think, than the other
to prove that it's
rickety
safer.
ass.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to prove it.
It's-
You don't need to prove it because guess
You're-
what?
You're in the tube.
Guess what? They sent safe vessels down to find the wreckage, so we know you can go down there.
Yeah.
You don't need to prove it.
No, it's not necessary.
Why are billionaires? Look, billionaires run out of like area and things to conquer and have influence over.
Right.
So they go into like weird places like
The
space.
Notoriety, because then people
Or
are going to pay attention.
presidencies.
Yeah, because even being a billionaire doesn't make them that
It
special
just doesn't
anymore.
get 'em
That's the
off
problem.
anymore, yeah.
No.
I'm not hard about it anymore. I'm getting fucking soft over here.
I can't-
I gotta go down to the bottom of the ocean because I can't get my dick up.
There's a coral down there, and it's
My
gonna-
wife and my 5 mistresses are all disappointed in me.
Oh, very
I can't
upset.
have them in the same room.
I hired 6 more to take care of the other 5.
I signed
One of them's real needy.
I
They got
signed
2.
5 babies and I hired 10 hitmen. And I got everybody in the same room together. I hired hitmen to hit the other hitmen
That's it.
because I want only the best. So the hitman that survives the hitman chant Hunger Games
Yep.
gets to kill my wife.
The whole room's furnished with glass furniture. I don't know why I did it. I'm rich.
I set my $1 million mansion on fire. I locked them inside, and I said, whoever comes out, be that the maid, the
That's
dog,
it. The dog, whatever it is.
the hitman,
The
or
gargoyles.
the
I know they're alive. I've seen them talking.
the gardener, whoever comes out, I'm fucking them because by then I'll be hard as a rock, baby. When you're surrounded by that much death and power, you get real
Let me
hard.
tell you what.
You
the-
get hard.
the
You find it.
Let me tell you what. The PSIs get cranked all the way up.
Ugh.
Or would you be spanking my bare butt, balls and back?
Did you see there was a video? Speaking of like celebrities getting themselves in trouble,
Yeah.
Ric Flair. Have you seen Ric Flair in person? He's been in a couple of
Yes.
Monster Cons.
Yeah.
I think he was there with Tim Curry.
Yeah, I saw him walk through the hallway.
There was a video that came out. He was sitting at a bar. It looks like it's like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday. Okay, he's sitting at a pretty much like 90% empty bar. There's like 4 people at the bar,
Right.
and he's bitching out the bartender for cutting him off. He's like, "You don't know who I am."
Oh,
And he's like,
boy.
Yeah, they're gonna see all over the social media. He's like threatening his job, and he's like giving him a whole bunch of shit,
Mhm.
acting like a dickhead.
Yeah, of course.
It's so weird that he thinks he has not. Some people, I feel like they get a certain amount of fame and then they like lose all humility.
Right.
But I mean, clearly he was drunk. But having that mentality, like Joe Schmo down the street, I mean, people are assholes, and it's. I mean, I've had people try to start fights with me in bars for
Sure.
no goddamn reason at
No,
all.
no,
Just the
they-
fact that I was there
There's no provocation
and that they want to
necessary.
feel something.
Yeah, exactly
Because
right.
they were either did not get any attention growing up or were abused or
Mhm.
just have a fucked up thing. They refuse to go to a therapist.
No,
so
no,
instead
no,
they
no,
go
no,
get
no.
drunk
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
try to pick fights with strangers.
That's right.
But anyways, like it being just, you would think that a random person getting drunk at a bar and then getting cut off would just be like, I gotta go home now.
No, not for Ric Flair. Certainly not.
That's so dumb, but it's just embarrassing. It's
Well, and
just
that's
pathetic.
That's what happens. Speaking of pathetic, also I've gotten sucked into a rabbit hole of watching Steven Seagal documentaries on YouTube.
Oh my god, there's multiple.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most of them are the same information, but
Okay.
sometimes you get extra little clips of ridiculousness, and that makes it all worth it. God, what a fucking dumpster fire. The best part is they do like a Trump compilation at the beginning, not with Donald Trump, but the same way, where it's like him saying that he's from like 40 different
Oh,
places. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, we're Russians. And then he's like, yeah, I'm Asian. Yeah, but he's like from Michigan.
Yeah, he's the shithole capital of the world. Fucking asshole.
Oh my god! And I found out the reason why Steven Seagal Lawman didn't continue, most likely, because there's conflicting reports between the documentaries, that they were doing the premiere episode. They were busting up this guy who was running a cockfighting ring.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal convinced the police department to send SWAT vehicles there to bust up this ring.
A cockfighting ring?
Yes, and they drove us one of those like ramp busters. What the hell is this
Yeah.
talking about?
Your battery's going
Don't tell me
low,
the battery's
baby.
going low. Okay, there it goes. I'm gonna say,
Low
that's right. No, thank you.
Look, just cut it off.
So that's right.
Take the whole
It's done.
show.
Just let it all be over.
Take the show off
Just
the
let
air.
the end wash over you. No, so they had this huge fucking gate buster vehicle, right?
Yeah.
They were sitting outside of this guy's house on the street. All the SWAT team guys, right? For a couple minutes, kind of talking about what the plan was going to be, whatever.
Mhm.
They ran through the gate. No, come out. No, we're coming in. Nothing. They just rammed the gate. This was all on TV.
Okay.
Okay.
They kill somebody?
On the other side of the gate was the guy's dog,
Oh God.
and it got turned into a crepe.
Oh fuck.
And so this guy got arrested and everything, but then they sued them all for this whole thing, and
Oh.
then it all.
So the production and the whole, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes sense because they flattened a fucking dog. What
over
the
a cockfighting ring because
God?
they needed the SWAT
That
to
is
come in
that
there.
is actually a very accurate documentary representation of the way the police authority is wildly abused.
And it was all thanks to Steven Seagal. He was the one that wanted.
I
it.
guess Steven Seagal was a real lawman
That's
because
it.
he
Mhm.
swatted a guy who didn't need that much fucking intervention,
Yep.
law enforcement intervention.
Yep.
Had a dog killed innocently,
Yep.
an innocent dog killed. And there we are, and here we are now.
And here we are. Thank you, Steven Seagal, for bringing
Thanks,
us.
Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal has done nothing to contribute. Nothing. He has contributed nothing good to society ever.
No,
ever.
this is true.
His movies fucking suck.
Right.
Okay. He's a turncoat. He lives in Russia.
Yep.
He's like Putin's like.
That's all because of the
Lapdog.
lawsuits and stuff, and he's also afraid of the mob coming
I
after
think
him
he's a-
because
I
he was
think he's like
involved
a
with them.
Yeah, he's like a serial like womanizer slash.
Oh yeah,
like,
he was
abuser, isn't he?
was married to his second, or he was married to his first wife when he got married to his second wife. Then he got married to his third wife and then divorced the other two wives.
What a fucking. That's like they're not Pokemon cards.
Well, for him,
Jesus
apparently. And he did it all across
You
different
don't
countries.
You
whatever.
don't fucking draw two and
But he's still with his wife, that number 4 that he married. Yeah, so he's got 7 kids, and
What
he's
a
got
fucking
I forget how
ass
many grandkids.
Oh, can you imagine
Yeah.
like your dad is Steven Seagal and you're
Yep.
just like on the world stage he's a clown?
Mm-hmm.
It's just fucking terrible.
That's it. That's the life.
Lame.
But speaking of lame,
Mhm.
Billy Zane. Have you
Oh,
seen
yeah.
pictures of him playing Marlon Brando?
No, is he playing Marlon Brando?
Yes, he's going to play Marlon
In
Brando
what?
in a biopic about Marlon Brando.
Okay.
He looks exactly fucking like Marlon Brando. He's so
Oh.
fat now.
Oh,
It's perfect.
wow.
It's fucking wild.
Is it prosthetics, you think?
I don't know. There might be some help there, but you can still see Billy Zane pretty clear.
Okay.
You know, you can see his face. And
Can you see the disgust he has for people who are pedestrians
Oh,
and
yes.
peasants?
He hates washing people's hair in fountains.
Granted, I wouldn't have liked that interaction myself,
No.
but at the
No.
same time, you're there making money off of people's enjoyment of you as a person.
Right, exactly.
You are
right.
the product,
Yes.
Billy Zane.
That's right.
If you go somewhere and you are expecting people to pay you money to interact with you,
Mhm.
I'd say that you're inviting.
Yeah, settle down,
weirdness.
and when you're done, put on your swirly glasses and become Zany Zane
Yeah.
again. And then people will be scared. He goes jumping out to the parking lot.
He like turns all claymation 5, like Large Marge and Pee Wee's Big Adventure. That shit was scarring to my
Yeah.
little kid brain.
Sure.
My eyes were not prepared to witness that. That was like a true horror that I
There's-
saw as like a child.
Yeah,
I was
there's-
not.
Oh man,
I
can
did not
remember
sign up for
moments.
that.
I think one of the
I
one of the-
loved it. I rewind it all the time. but-
Ghost, man. At the very end of Ghost, when the guy gets drugged to hell, and all the like the
Oh,
demons come up
yeah.
out of the floor.
Oh yeah.
That really scared me as a kid.
Oh fuck.
And I think it was also because it was right on the heels of I think that other guy gets chopped in half by the big piece of glass. So I was like, oh my god, And I was
Holy
like,
shit!
And now there's demons.
I've never seen anything like this. Ghost rated PG.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, what is it rated? What's the rating on Ghost?
I forget. I don't
You know what? I'm
what
gonna look it up while
yeah,
we're
check
talking.
that
here
out.
really
Yeah.
quickly.
But yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool to see Billy Zane finally do a role that he's.
Now, is
'cause-
this going to be a theatrical release?
Yeah, I think
do we know
so.
who like the director? or
I don't
anything
know
is with that?
what the deal is. I never really read into anything because everybody's talking about it. I thought, well, it's all going to be regurgitated information anyway. But no, I don't know what it's for. It's just this Brando biopic, but I just think that Billy Zane is perfectly suited to play the.
I think his personality is fit for
Yeah.
Marlon Brando because
Right.
Marlon Brando hated people.
Right.
And he did not want to be bothered. He thought he was like he was like one of those like artist type of like
right.
like tortured artist people who
Mhm.
felt like they were giving authenticity
Right.
through playing pretend.
Yes, exactly right. Yes, I bring it all to the table.
I'm the full package,
That's
baby.
right. I'm the one that wins the contest.
Why can't I find
What?
Why can I not find a rating on this fucking movie?
What?
Like
What
the
movie?
MPAA rating on Ghost.
Oh.
Like
It's
it
gotta-
is just it's wild, isn't it? That
It's
it doesn't
gotta
just
be. Are you on
come-
IMDb?
No,
Oh, well, that's where it would be. That's where the
Here we go.
yeah. that's
Google
it.
can tell me.
Google will tell you.
PG-13.
Yeah,
PG-13. So I
Yeah.
guess technically they did rate it correctly. 'Cause
Right.
13 years old, you probably would have been able to deal with a man getting cut in half. and
Right, but
dragged to hell.
I didn't. I was not 13. I
No.
definitely was not 13.
No.
And that was one. There's a couple of them. I can't. Definitely in Scrooged
Yeah, Scrooge.
with Bill Murray, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I
When
just rewatched that
the-
recently.
The person's hand comes off. Like
Yeah.
like at the window.
His old business partner,
Yeah,
the zombie.
yeah. And I was like, God, because it came off as all dusty and shit.
Yeah.
That really fucking bothered me. I don't know why that
Oh,
was,
no!
I don't know why that was so
Bill
troublesome.
Murray!
But no, yeah, that was definitely one. But yeah, there's been a lot of them. But more nostalgia. Did you see that Eddie Murphy is going to be doing another Beverly Hills?
I did
Cop?
see this ad show up on my
Axel F.
Axel F.
Axel F is back. He's back. He's causing damage. His dental implants are still just as big.
They're
And
tight up in there. They ain't
and
going
I
nowhere.
love seeing the back-to-back of the old Beverly Hills Cop and the trailer for the new. You can really tell the things that have changed over time, but that's okay. you know? Yeah, that part hasn't changed. She's
It's
still
the same cast too.
Right.
It's the same grizzled old captain.
yeah, because they've just been waiting for this.
Who was his buddy? Was it Judge
Reinhold?
Judge Reinhold?
Yeah,
Is he in it again?
I only saw him like towards the end of the
Who are
trailer,
they-
so
who are
I
they
guess
partnering
he
him?
must have a short role,
Yeah, he's probably just a bit.
just a cameo kind
Yeah.
of thing.
They're partnering him up with somebody who's like the everyman. I'm surprised it's not fucking Chris Pratt.
It was some kid, I think. It was somebody I was very disappointed in. I don't remember
Yeah.
who it was, but
They just want to put the new generation.
yeah, just to
start
get
paying for it.
attention and all that. What's Judge Reinhold been doing? That's what I
I
want to
don't
know.
know. Like he's
Where
got
has he
he's
been?
got better things to do.
Where has he been?
Come
What-
on.
yeah.
You need a paycheck.
He
I know you do.
He's probably like running a bowling alley and a vineyard on the side,
Yeah,
but it's like a email like
it's kind of like it's kind of funny to look at people's careers
yeah.
and see if if they're doing a lot of straight to DVD stuff, they don't know how to manage their money.
Mhm,
And if they're doing like still high profile, high budget A-list stuff and they don't need the money anymore,
Right.
it's just because they don't have an identity besides acting, so
Like-
they just have to keep doing
like,
it.
Please, who am I now?
Somebody
am
tell me who
I am. Give me the papers that tell me who I am.
I need to know the lines. Every morning I look at the mirror and I think, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say to my wife and
What's
my kids?
next? What's
What do I
next?
say?
What's next?
I just keep repeating old lines.
I tell you,
What are you gonna do about it?
speaking of straight,
Fucker.
that's it. Oh God, I love that
That's-
line. It's my
Ah,
favorite breakfast line.
that's the one I'm using all the time. Go ahead.
Oh, every single time. Most of the later Steven Seagal movies were like there's strong evidence to support they were actually just money laundering.
Oh
And
wow,
that's why.
is that in the documentary too?
Yeah, that was a
that-
fun little tidbit.
That
there.
is no surprise at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me whatsoever. And he was like notorious for like actually hurting stunt people like on purpose, like
my
beating the
God.
shit out of them and them having to go to the hospital and everything like that.
So the Mad TV skits about Steven
that's-
Seagal were
yeah,
not
and
far fetched.
The Will Sasso stuff started to make a lot of sense, and I started to see videos where I was like, "That's what Will Sasso did in that one thing." I was like, maybe that's where what he saw.
Just
Yeah.
snapping their necks and
Just
breaking their
killing
arms.
people. Yeah, exactly. Throwing them through doors and shit.
Oh man, I miss
But-
that.
But yeah, it's a bright world out there, I guess. We were at South County last Saturday, I think it was. We went or Sunday, one or the other over the weekend. And so we're sitting there getting ready. I'm drinking my beer, just started drinking it, and I'm looking out, panning across the crowd.
Mhm.
And there's this guy in the corner that he's like this old, like Russian looking guy.
Okay.
He looked relatively familiar. I've seen him around somewhere.
Did he have like gang tattoos all over his
no.
neck and stuff like that?
No.
Oh shit. Okay. He's wearing a tracksuit.
Yeah, he was wearing a tracksuit. though.
Okay. Well,
yeah. So
half right.
And his head looked like what are the giant bullets in Mario called?
Oh yeah, Bullet Bill.
Yeah, Bullet Bill. That's what his head looked like. It's just it was just right to the neck. It was
Did he have the eyes on the side?
straight
like
down,
that, the
eyes
mouth?
kind of on the side, and the roll on the top. He was like a cartoon character. It was fascinating, but he could not make any other expression except for an slightly agitated grimace.
Mm.
Right, that's the only expression he could make due to his unique. Talking, these people are all talking. There's like four of them at the table, and he's talking back and forth or whatever. And he's very slow with his movements and everything like that. And the waitress comes with the food, and she spills it all over his head.
All over his head.
And he ducked like people were shooting bullets at him. He ducked under the table, and she just stared like
It was
with
like
her mouth
Mario
open.
PTSD. He thought he was about to get jumped
it
on.
was amazing. It was the craziest thing I've ever witnessed.
I'm sure he was a
recently.
Russian
It
gangster
was great.
because
Yeah,
that reaction indicates that
And-
he's used to dodging bullets
Man, it
in a
was-
public place.
and then I spent the rest of the evening watching to see how they were going to clear this
oh
up.
my
And so,
god.
So I was like, all right, are they going to swap out the waitresses now so that they don't have an altercation? Who's going to come talk to the guy? Like four
Holy
people
fuck.
came over, but most of them were like teenagers looking
Oh
people.
my fucking
So
God.
I don't think that he felt like anything was taken care of whatsoever. But
Damn. Did you watch him
the way
get
that
a
it goes.
new meal sent back to him again? Like-
it wasn't even his food.
they just dropped someone else's.
She was bringing the drink over to sit at their table and dump the whole tray on this guy's head.
God, you witnessed someone having the worst
Yeah.
day
Yeah.
of their at least their
Worst
week.
day at their job.
Two people having the worst day. One person the worst day at their job, and another guy having the worst dinner of his life.
Yep. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Damn,
So
dude.
I can't wait. I hope that I bump into that guy again. And I'll be-
Where have you seen him around town? You
I
say?
don't know. I'm trying to place
familiar?
him, but I think I see him working normally,
Mm.
like at work. So,
Oh, so he
we'll
might
see.
just be like a local who's
Yeah.
at one of these like
Something.
service places that we
Yeah,
frequent.
somewhere.
Hmm.
But once I track him down, then I
Yep.
will report back.
Drop
and
all the
that's
food you
right.
have available onto his head.
On his head. Yep, that's it. That's what we're gonna do.
Man,
But yeah, I don't
that's
know.
unfortunate. Well, we can all be thankful that we're not that guy.
That's right. At least that's all done, and we've moved on from having food all over ourselves. We don't have to worry about that anymore. But most of us left that in infancy. This guy, unfortunately, carried through most of his
I
life.
have experienced something similar back when I guess it's like Rockfish now.
Okay.
The place downtown.
Yeah.
Back when it was like the Irish bar.
Maywins.
Yeah, Maywins, I think.
Mhm.
I went there for drinks,
Mhm.
and I had a like a server. She put her tray down right over me
Uh-huh.
and put it only like a quarter of it on the table, so every drink spilled all over me.
Oh my
And I was just like,
God.
oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
Right.
all over my lap. I was just like, great. I'm covered in like 3 beers right now. This sucks. I was so young too that like I was like 21.
Right.
Like I was like one of my first, places out somewhere.
Right.
And I was just like, this fucking blows.
You should have
But-
been like, who's gonna drink these now?
I don't want people licking my crotch.
That's right. All
Okay?
night long. It's
That's
gonna be.
That's going to be way
like a-
too much commitment for me to
Oh
handle.
my god, they're gonna smell it. It's gonna smell
Well,
for
like,
miles.
well, I thought I'm gonna have to drive home. I'm gonna smell like fucking I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
smell like a fucking brewery.
that's right. I
They're
just
gonna,
went
they're
for
gonna
a
think I'm
dunk.
wasted.
That's right. I didn't drink anything, officer. I just took a soak.
I fell in a vat.
I
of
pull it
beer.
in through the pores.
I really should have been like,
it's a cleaner.
can I get like a round for free since you spilled an entire?
Could I have an equal amount of liquid
Yeah.
in a couple glasses as
Could I
well?
have it inside me instead of all over me?
Let's put it on the inside this time. All right, we can do this. Round
on.
2, fight.
That's
Go.
a Cuba batting senior
There
move
you go.
right there. You just did.
That was a senior move. I understand. We all make those senior moments.
I would really like a Cuba breading the third chicken sandwich for free.
I believe they're bottomless today.
They are now.
Thus the lawsuit.
Because I'll sue you like you're a SWAT team and ran over my dog. I will go.
While I am bottomless. Yep, that's it. There you go. Oh man. Well, why don't we do it? It's time.
Let's do it.
It's time for weird news,
Let's
everybody.
do the best segment we
Weird
have.
news.
Weird.
Time. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
the video's out.
Oh, the Praxis
The Praxis video is out.
Yeah.
All there, the music and the sound effects, all that kind of shit. It took forever, but and it's very dry, just like I hoped. But the best part is there's little bits of humor, just enough,
I watched it
just enough.
and I actually was very entertained.
The
Like, I
it's
was
a whole.
And I'm not just saying that just to promote our own stuff, but
Yeah.
it was, I think Matt does a really good job of making things palatable, digestible, and you're like a information chef.
Yeah, that's there
I'm
you
using
go.
all these culinary
It's
terms.
all about the ingredients. That's
Yeah,
right.
But it
Mike.
makes it interesting to listen to because you know a whole lot about it, but you're
Yeah.
summarizing it and giving the bullet points.
trying to.
Yeah, it's like being an educator,
See,
but
my
you're used
problem,
to doing that.
The problem, well, it's true, but the problem is that when I get to talk about these like nuanced topics,
Yeah.
I have trouble because it connects to so many things.
Yeah.
Being like, well, this is important,
Mhm.
but it's not that important. And so should that get cut out, you know?
I think
Like I said, I had like 12 pages of notes and I had to boil them all down into this, 11 minutes or whatever it ended up being. And
I think giving yourself a time frame like that is a good way
Oh,
to
yeah, that's-
rein it in. But
Mhm.
I also think that if you're coming for the deep dive,
Yeah.
then you're already invested
Yeah, I
in
guess
getting a
that's
lot
true.
of information.
I guess that's
Because
true.
I think that you can't go wrong with giving more information.
Right.
As long as you stay focused and keep pace. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
keeps
keep
people's-
moving
keep
through.
people engaged,
Mhm.
which the video really does because you edit in like visuals that are
Yes.
related.
Yeah, yeah.
and
And
you
always
move
movement.
through-
Yeah. Trying to keep
There's
things
movement.
moving on the screen.
That's what I'm saying. It keeps it interesting. And you may have to go back and rewatch a couple times if you're not familiar with any of
Yeah.
it in order
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like point.
That's the other thing
the
too. I
end.
realized that a couple of things that I said, I made assumptions of the viewers or whatever that they
No.
would understand certain things. But then again, it is the internet, and they can just fucking Google it
Exactly,
if they need to. It's stuff
exactly.
that I inferred wasn't that complicated, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But anyhow, weird news time.
Let's
here.
do it.
Huh?
What? Oh, shit.
Santa, is that you?
Santa Claus is
that
on the
you,
roof.
Santa Claus?
Don't you get your
Oh,
Japanese
that's
on me
right,
now.
I'll turn to Japanese.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
Oh, did you intend on?
Huh. Oh, that's just
Is this a shared screen between the or no, it's not.
What?
Between the laptop and this
No,
screen here.
These two screens are shared.
Oh, okay.
These two come
Gotcha.
off the same computer. This is completely independent.
Gotcha. Oh, you've got two computers running then.
Always. Yeah,
Nice.
because one runs the stream, one of them runs the and the,
Right,
and the-
right.
yeah, and that way this doesn't get laggy or whatever. Because the other computer before we change it, all that. Isn't this fascinating?
Yeah, this is all the
Aren't
tech,
you guys enjoying
tech
all this?
garbage, and I don't
This is
even
great.
understand it. You can say Matt's going to start making videos of the tech stuff for me, just so I can do a little bit more than just sit here and flap my fucking lips.
That's it, keeping it flappy.
I'm flapping them up, and it doesn't even feel good for the people who are
Well,
who are part of it,
and if we were doing it for them,
and it never will be.
that's right.
It never will feel good when these lips go flapping. These lips
Sorry.
were made for
For fla-
flapping. That's just what they'll do.
Oh God.
One of these days, these lips are gonna flap all over you.
Sounds like a Cuba Banning senior situation to me.
That's a Cuba batting. That's bad.
Trust me. That's a,
That's a bad
that's a
one.
real Cuba batting.
We don't want that one.
We don't want that for sure.
When's Chris coming back?
I don't know when Chris is coming back. I was actually going to say
I'm just
something
asking
today.
the void.
Yeah.
When's Chris coming
Hey
back?
Chris, when are you coming back?
I think I think he's starting to settle in. We're gonna see him on Saturday at his new place. But I
That's
think
right.
he's kind of starting to settle in. So I would
Good.
imagine like maybe once a month we might
yeah,
get him on
whatever.
board.
Just every once in a while is
Yeah,
fine.
I'll talk
you
to him
know?
about maybe trying to make it a once a month
just,
deal.
just enough to be in the
Enough that
way.
we don't forget him.
Right, like the cicada.
Yeah.
They're gone for 7 years. They come back and you're like, God damn these
Like-
fucking things. But then when they're gone, they're like, man, weren't cicadas weird?
Man, that was really interesting,
That was
wasn't it?
Yeah. Got to bring them back. God damn, get the fuck up back underground, you noisy bugs. It's still thinking.
Weird news on the Kickstart with Matt.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a witchcraft homie to get the fire off me! Oh, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The Human Torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has button shoes.
And now with this week's weird news, here's
Alrighty, so here we go. Let me get the video up for our viewers at home. Everybody, oh wait, I got to get our gay robot son out of the way. He's in the middle of the weird news, so they can't see him. Can't see what's going on. There we go. Now we can see. All right, everybody, buckle your seatbelts, clear your plates, because in the summer of 2022, a family gathered in South Dakota for a reunion that included a special meal. Kebabs made with the meat of a black bear that
Oh.
one of the family members had, quote, harvested from Saskatchewan, Canada.
The
Okay.
fuck?
Lacking a meat thermometer, the family assessed the doneness of the dark-colored meat by eye.
Oh God.
At first, they accidentally served it rare, which a few family members noticed before the decision was made to recook it further. The rest of the reunion was unremarkable, and the family members departed to their homes in Arizona, Minnesota, and South Dakota.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
However, later, family members began falling ill. One, a 29-year-old male in Minnesota, sought care for mysterious illness marked by fever, severe muscular pains, swelling, and his eyes.
His eyes were swelling?
Yes.
His eyes were bulging out like
Yes,
in
yes.
fucking Total Recall when they end up in a Mars atmosphere.
So, high levels of white blood cells and other laboratory anomalies showed that something was going on. The
Did he get
man,
mad bear disease or some shit?
the man sought care 4 times and was hospitalized in the 17-day span. And it wasn't until his second hospitalization that doctors learned about the bear meat.
Mm.
And then it all made sense. So they got it. It's back. Trichinellosis, right?
Okay.
The brown worms.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
worms
yeah.
are coming in.
Yeah, that's
They're getting the tricky.
I think that I
Get
think you can get that
tricky.
from like pork,
Oh, yeah.
can't you?
Yes.
It's like undercooked.
Yes. And so the parasites are going to be found worldwide embedded in muscle fibers of various carnivores and omnivores.
Okay. Yeah.
But so the man's symptoms fit the case. The several tests confirmed that the parasitic infection had spread through his body.
Oh
And
God.
that's where the muscular pains were coming from
got
because
worms
the
in your
worms were
muscles.
eating him alive. So, so in an outbreak study published Thursday, The health officials from Minnesota and the CDC reported that 3 hospitalized patients were treated, 1 with the antiparasitic drug, and after that, they recovered. So the remaining 3 cases, fortunately, recovered without treatment. The health experts noted that it's tricky to spot the tricky. It can be identified, diagnosed in rare cases, but flagged, being flagged ahead of time, above all, is if you have eaten any raw or poorly cooked meat. People are going to eat wild game. They should invest in a meat thermometer and make sure it's cooked to at least 165 degrees.
Yeah, that's typical with the chicken too. Fuck these idiots.
All in the brain.
Fuck these
There
morons.
you go.
You shouldn't be eating black bear.
There you
Black
go.
bears are like the most.
Yummy.
They're like the most. They're the least aggressive bears. They're usually more afraid of you than you are of them.
The doc knew what it was, of course.
Yeah.
Right away.
I'm sure. Yep. I'm sure she's very familiar with that.
It was a question on her board exam.
Oh wow.
Yep. There you go.
Yep.
See? There we are.
I learned recently, and I don't know if I mentioned this on the show,
Yeah.
but I learned recently that like salmonella
Yeah.
with chicken,
Right.
How that's such a problem.
Yeah.
That's not like inherent to chickens. That's because of the fucking conditions
Yeah,
in
'cause
which
they're all
people
kept-
raise them.
Exactly right.
I was like, fuck, that's
Yeah.
horrible. We're just okay with pushing that burden off into the society
Yeah.
in order to make enough chicken for everybody to
It's
fucking.
all about the
like,
bird.
That's fucking nuts, man.
Got to do the
That's
bird.
crazy. This is stupid as hell.
There you
Just
go.
to say you ate a bear.
That's it. So it's all about what you're eating. Sometimes,
Fuck these morons.
sometimes what you're eating. We're going to go down to Miami, Florida, Central
Oh,
Florida.
my God.
Catholic priest is charged with battery of a woman after she says he bit her during communion.
I'll show you the blood of
There-
Christ.
That's let me tell you, the body of Christ. Open up. She told police in St. Cloud that the scuffle began after he initially refused to give her the sacrament. He wouldn't give me the cookie. I don't know. This is what she said. So obviously she's Catholic. So he
that fucking wafer.
he wouldn't give me the cookie. I don't know if it was the way I was dressed or if it was what if it was what I like. I don't know what it was, the woman said. She said,
She came to church for a snack. That was it.
so he tried to forcefully shove it in her mouth.
Oh, well, that's...
She backed up. She said, "No, don't do that." And she tried to get it, and that's when he went crazy. This is her
This
report.
is all...
Yeah.
This is so fucking silly.
Yes. So the priest,
Between both of them.
the priest tells a different story. He said that the woman had come to an earlier mass, but did not seem to understand how to receive communion. So he denied her the Eucharist.
Okay.
He said their conflict occurred when she returned for a later mass, and as she reached for the entire batch of communion wafers,
Oh.
I'm not judging you. I am asking you, did you confess after mass? If you did not confess, I cannot give you communion. I bit her. I'm not denying that. I am. He's like, I did
We've
bite her
all
though.
made mistakes. Okay. None of us are. Let he without sin cast the first stone or bite the first neck.
I did bite her though.
I did bite that bitch.
So, I'm not denying that.
She called it a cookie.
That's it. I'm defending myself and the Holy Sacrament.
Oh my.
So there you go. The priest said he reacted as he did to protect the sacrament. Now he
Wow. Yeah,
also
protect
has
your cookies.
he also has ringworm. So now he also has to get the antivirals.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that's what a mess that was.
That's right. Yeah, you should have cooked that woman meat.
Should have
To 165 degrees at
165
least.
minimum.
At least.
Minimum.
Do we have to cook the Eucharist on 165, or do we get trichinella here?
Well, I don't think there's enough meat fibers in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Jesus took care of that.
Wouldn't
It's like a
be-
bleach bath. It just took, it's like, oh, it just took care of it.
Wouldn't it be fucking awesome? And I would go to church for this
Yeah,
because I would feel like there wouldn't be a world where I could deny
Right.
that magic is real.
right.
If when they did the sacramental
Oh,
like
yeah,
blessing,
yeah, right.
it turned into chunks of meat.
Yeah, the
Like,
transubstantiation.
Yeah, it really transubstantiated
Yeah,
into
yeah.
actual like
Well,
flesh chunks.
That there are accounts of that, of
Why?
course, within Catholic lore
Oh, sure. Yeah.
and saints that are made off of that. Speaking of which, did you hear there's going to be a fucking new saint?
I did.
It's a
randomly come
kid. It's
across
a fucking
this.
kid.
Yeah, is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah,
Oh,
you have
man.
to be
You have
dead to
to-
be
you have to die?
beatified. Yeah.
Oh.
Nowadays you do. It's
Oh,
because
what?
it's such a long process.
What?
Yeah, and there's a whole like
can't be
it's
a
not a
living
trial,
soul?
but it's like a whole hearing thing, and there's a guy
Oh.
that tries to disprove the miracles, and then the other guys they do. It's called the
What? I
Devil's
want-
Advocate for real.
I want this televised. Why can't I see this
I mean,
happen?
it's on like
This sounds
C-SPAN
great. I want
12
that
or something like
job.
that. Yeah,
Dude, you should have that job.
Christopher Hitchens had that job for a little while for
Really?
Mother Teresa, in fact.
Really?
Yep,
And the church invites that person
Yep.
to be that.
to be the
Fuck
the Devil's Advocate.
Mother Teresa, by the way.
Absolutely,
She was terrible.
she was awful.
Yeah, all these. So what did this kid do that's making him a saint?
He just used to pray a whole lot. I think there was
Okay,
something
wow.
wrong with him. He told people to like, and then, but see, the thing, people asked for his intercession after he died,
Uh-huh.
and yes, Juan, the Pope did recently throw out a gay slur.
Oh my
but
God!
he did.
Oh no! Pope is canceled in June. That is fucked up. What did this motherfucker say?
He said a homophobic slur, but in Italian.
Oh,
He didn't understand that it was a slur, though. He was trying to be like he was trying to imply, because they were bringing up, should they allow gay men to become priests? And the Pope
he
said,
said, I think all them fags should be priests.
basically,
Is that what he
no,
said?
no, but that they shouldn't be. It's like it's already
that they
too much.
shouldn't
It's
be.
already too much.
Jesus
There's too many.
fucking what?
It's already too many. That's what he's saying. Like it's already a little too gay. But
What?
yeah. And then today,
Wait a
there was-
minute. How that? What is he even talking about? There's not there.
Huh?
Are there gay priests
What is wrong? What are you talking about?
openly? They,
No, not openly.
yeah.
I mean,
that's-
they can't say that. Oh.
You went from what the fuck? Oh yeah, no.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you meant
Clearly-
just like obviously,
no,
like,
no,
like people who are okay.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Sod, I remember.
Yes. Police. Yes, police. But yes, yeah, they're so that was the whole thing. But anyhow, this kid, he's going to become apparently
that
he's on the path.
So okay,
People
so
prayed
you're,
to him and their miracles as a result.
so
of it.
that's why.
Yep.
That's
Three. Got to have
okay.
3, and they have to get proven that it's all there.
Man,
But,
can
you know.
people just start attributing like some unlikely stuff happening
Right.
to me being alive?
Yeah.
Like
what
in some
about
of
our
those-
show?
Yeah.
Look at all the shit that's
Yeah.
spilled
What
from
about-
18-wheelers. You're going to tell us we don't have something to do with that?
What if?
We keep
Yeah,
covering it.
there is.
We.
It
it's-
seems to keep happening too.
That's right. It's only because we're keeping up the coverage. Just saying. Columbia County, Georgia. We're going. A woman was arrested on Sunday after sheriff's deputies say she was repeatedly calling 911 for non-emergency issues. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office said that the 54-year-old woman had called 911 with more and more frequency over the last few months, according to an incident report. She called on May 12th around 1:15 in the morning, saying she had a raccoon on her front porch and she wanted a deputy to come over to tase it. She then called back about an hour later, asking the deputy to come to her home to escort her to the dumpster. Around 5:30 the same day, she called 911. She called,
Oh my God.
She called 911. Of 3 businesses because she was very hungry. On May 15th, a woman called 911 and hung up. Operators tried calling her back. She never picked back up. 12 seconds later, she called.
She did.
But she didn't speak. The deputy eventually went to the woman's house and she told them she was on fire. They entered the building.
Oh my God.
She reported that there was nothing wrong. She was fine. And I don't know what happened after that. I guess they drug her away.
You're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
You
for-
want all this intervention?
That's right.
Well, we got a place where we can keep a real close
it's
eye
time.
on you.
It's time. We're going to keep tabs. We're going to find exactly what's going on
Mm.
with you. Well, they figured this one out finally. Tom Sawyer would be proud. An 81-year-old man who investigators say terrorized a South California neighborhood for years with a slingshot has been arrested.
It's like Dennis the Menace, just aging right into his.
That's right. He never
like
stopped.
same role.
It's like serial killers. They go into hiding for a little bit. They go to sleep. Well, while conducting an investigation, detectives learned that during the course of 9 to 10 years, dozens of citizens were being victimized by a serial slingshot shooter.
What a fucking psycho this man
The man
is.
was would break windows and car windshields, narrowly missing people with ball bearings from
What
a
the
slingshot.
fuck?
Oh shit! Yeah, so he's
What
going
the
for real.
Fuck.
But through all of his terror, no injuries were ever reported.
Okay.
So it was a good shot. Definitely Dennis the Menace.
He's had a lot of practice, I
It's-
guess.
It's just menacing. There's no injury. It's just menace.
Yeah, just-
so-
It's just fear. I rule this neighborhood through fear. Fear
Well,
that I might
I
break
want-
your window.
I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. So the man-
you could easily, like, you really could, like, hurt somebody with the slingshot.
hell yeah,
That shit
sure.
goes fast enough that you could, especially with ball bearings.
yeah.
Yeah, you could take somebody's eye out.
Absolutely.
I know that that's
Well,
like a
sure.
classic thing, but you really could. You could
Yeah.
injure somebody bad enough that they could lose their vision.
That's right. And hopefully you can finish off the job with that slingshot because
right.
otherwise your friend's gonna bleed to death from the eye.
Man, that's that like David and Goliath thing. See, this is like that handheld Y slingshot thing that we're all used to seeing. That's why
Right.
we're using Dennis the Menace.
Right.
But they had, you ever seen the long string slingshots?
Yeah.
They would like sling over their
It's a sling,
shoulders.
yeah.
They like whip it around
Yeah.
like it looks like some kind of like it's got like a martial art kind of feel to
It's a
it.
sling, yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I've seen somebody chuck like a rock like over like a fucking mountain.
Sure.
Not a mountain, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It just I
It's
just
like Werner
watched it happen.
Herzog.
I was like, holy shit, dude! I couldn't imagine getting that thing torpedoed towards my face.
Right in the
No
middle.
wonder like Goliath died.
That's I'll tell you what, and he was half angel. You thought
He was
you
a
wa-
half an
you
angel?
wa- He was half seraphim.
Holy fucking
Yeah.
David killed an angel, and God
Yeah,
was like,
half-
I like that.
Half angel. No, they were bad angels.
What?
They're related to the Watchers, and they came here after the fall of Lucifer.
So God
and
was
all
like,
those
he's
angels.
some
like,
leftover trash.
"Listen, you
Can you
guys-
kill us for us?
the angels, they fell to earth, and they were like, hey, it got some pretty nice looking bitches over here. And what do you think? Let's come on, let's go. Hey, come on. You know what? I want to tell you a secret about heaven. Come on over in this alleyway. Don't call me. So while the
They just fly away.
where are you going?
No one will ever believe you.
So the local police lieutenant Jake Bushy said on Saturday that the detectives learned most of the ball bearings were shot from the suspect's backyard. We're not aware of any kind of motive other than just malicious mischief. There we go. Just for the sake of menace, we called it. This guy's apparently scheduled to appear in court today.
Raising hell just for the sake of it.
That's it. So
I mean, you
We'll see
gotta
what happens.
respect and
He's gonna-
admire the commitment to terrorizing his neighborhood.
I
'cause
think that he should be submitted to firing squad, but by
I mean,
slingshots.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know,
But he
it's-
never hurt anybody. I feel like all of his windows should get broken
maybe
for the next 10 years.
He has,
Every window.
He has to keep replacing them.
Yep. You got to quantify just about how much of window breakages that have happened over those years. and
Yeah.
that is his future.
Tie 'em
Just
together.
completely karmic. We're doing Hammurabi.
Oh,
okay?
that's it. Eye for an eye,
Everything's
baby.
old biblical bullshit.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a Christian nation, and we will relate everything to the Bible, and then we will turn it upside down and turn it inside out.
That's right. Better get yourself ready
because
it's time to
yeah,
dance.
That's right.
Dancing time. Dancing time.
Put your dancing shoes on.
It's also drinking time. A team of microbiologists at
Oh,
Cardiff
no.
University in Wales have
What are these
developed
guys up to?
a new way to get buzzed. Okay.
I'm
Beer
scared.
made from the extracts of killer fucking bees.
What?
There you go.
Why
'cause
do we have
you're
to?
killing yourself anyway? Why not numb it all up too and swell from the inside out?
Why?
Professor Les Bailly, or Bailey maybe, B-A-I-L-L-I-E. Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey.
Bye.
Professor Les Paul and his team of microbiologists from the School of Pharmaceutical Sciences visited Namibia to work together with the University of Namibia scientists on sustainable environmental development projects. Okay. So the country, while they were in the country, they became interested in Africanized bees, also known as killer bees. Same thing,
Okay.
right?
little off topic of where they're
Yeah.
supposed to be looking into.
Yeah,
I mean,
wrong
but
direction.
they're like, yeah, hey, killer bees. All right,
Right,
let's
whatever.
focus on that.
Yeah, they're around. Something's got to be here. Well, brewer's yeast is found in the gut microbiome of honeybees. Okay.
Okay.
So when working on a project in Namibia, we isolated the brewer's yeast from killer bees that died naturally. When we got back
How
to
the
Cardiff,
fuck are you finding enough bees to harvest the yeast from their tiny little stomachs?
lots
What
of drinking.
the fuck?
Lots of drinking
what
to do.
the fuck
Yep.
is this?
It's not lots of drinking to do.
I can't even believe that they were able to make one beer out of this.
I don't know that they have a whole lot of power in Namibia. Maybe there's not much. There's definitely no Wi-Fi. I mean, not at most places.
Usually killer bees and civilizations don't usually like exist side by side.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know, I might be wrong, but I would assume that, I would not want to be an exterminator out that way.
No, I mean you're
Sounds
gonna
pretty bad.
use shotgun shells more than anything else, and that's it's like
Flamethrowers,
it's like-
maybe.
Yeah, that's
Just
you want to
set the air
like
on
that's
fire.
where the Australian animal wranglers retire.
Yeah.
They go
yeah.
to
They
Namibia.
want to take things
They're
a little
like,
easier.
Listen, I'm trying to slow down a little bit. Just
But
retire
I don't know
to
what a
killer
life
bees.
is like without something
I
having a
need to take
lusting for my blood.
I need to take the lives
The
of
world
something that
around
wants to
me.
kill me too. I need righteous combat on a daily basis. Otherwise, I feel useless in this life.
Just need it to be a little slower.
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. This is what I say every time I raid a killer beehive. Every single time.
Just for a little swath of honey.
Sometimes I just need a lick. Just looking for a lick. So when we got back to Cardiff, we used the isolated killer bee
Killer bee.
Killer bee brewer's
They're
yeast.
getting to the
Yes,
cheese now.
That's right. It's getting into all of it, along with the yeast from Welsh honeybees to make several batches of beer.
So they had to combine and fill it out because there wasn't enough dead killer bees.
They wanted to balance it
Yeah.
out. Just do a little Welsh bee and
Yeah.
a little African bee.
Yeah, for the
So
palate.
whatever it may be. And so Bailey said that the Killer Bee beer is a side project for the team, whose main project, Pharma Bees, is aimed at the development of new drugs. Okay. The team is now seeking to collaborate with a brewer to release killer beer to the public. Said
Killer beer.
Killer
beer
beer, yes.
already is killing
It's already
people.
killing people.
Alcohol
It's-
is
all
responsible
the-
for so many diseases and
That's
deaths
it. All the time.
around the world.
All the time. Our Killer Bee beer is a fun side project for our Pharma Bees study and our research into bees and uncovering how honey, beeswax, and other bee products can play a role in solving some of the world's biggest challenges, like
How to make-
overpopulation.
We've been making beer for fucking centuries.
We've already got this part down.
Jesus
Do something
Christ.
different.
This is
Yeah.
just so odd.
New.
Like,
New.
and then of course I'm curious what it tastes like, if it tastes any
Oh,
different.
it's got.
I don't know if it's got to be.
Did you ever have any of that Sculpin beer? There's there's that one set of beers that each one is a different fish. Do you remember this? I forget who puts this out.
Okay.
But I've only seen them in bottles. I've never seen them in cans. But I can't think of what the hell it is. But one of them was a Sculpin,
Okay.
right? And it was made with hot peppers.
Okay.
It was the weirdest fucking thing I've ever tasted before. But every once in a while, I feel like I could go for one of them right now.
Was it like spicy or
Yeah,
did
it had
have
it burned. It had a
Oh, that
burn
does
for an
not-
aftertaste.
that does not sound
It
good
was
to me.
weird. It wasn't a cinnamon burn though. It was a pepper burn. But you don't.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of the body of the pepper in the beer.
Yeah.
But the burn doesn't kick in until a little bit after.
I
it was
ate,
weird.
I ate the majority of a jalapeno today, and I drank
Yeah.
a Liquid Death. I feel like that's the same thing.
Yeah, it's similar.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing, and I literally did. And
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, no.
That's just my diet.
You gotta do you gotta do what you can to die as soon as you can. That's really what we're doing.
I
We're-
emphasize the die
That's
part
right.
in the
die.
diet.
That's right. We put the die
Well,
in diet.
We just put the T on to soften it down a
That's
little bit, so that
racing.
Google doesn't report me to the authorities.
That's really exactly
and
what-
suicide hotlines.
Just enough chuckle so that everybody will just be like, "Ah, right, whatever. We'll see you
a
next."
couple of yucks a day keeps the authorities away.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. It's all a joke, everybody. Everyone, please join us in our refrain. It's all a joke. Just like us, we've been a joke, and
We are a joke of
that's-
existence.
That's why we'll see you next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And that's it, folks. Joke's on you.
yeah.
You
How
know,
dare you
whether
listen
you
to this
realize
show.
it or not, the joke's on you. You've listened. You've done the listening.
We got you right where we want you.
This is it.
And that's at the end.
This is it. There you go. Terry's listening to us on the big screen through the surround sound
Yeah,
system.
baby. Crank it.
Yeah, that's right.
Crank
Oh,
it up.
it's going to be just like Guantanamo, baby.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no.
That's right. That's exactly how it goes. All right,
Oh,
everybody
man.
on the internet, thank you for joining us for another episode.
Thank you, everybody, for your
Yeah,
attention, your presence, your
right.
support, and your ignorance.
That's right. You need
For
a little bit of that,
wanting
otherwise
to
you won't
hurt
tune in.
yourself.
That's right.
Your masochism. We applaud it.
But most importantly, we love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And the string.